John 360. Come on.
Okay, can you quote the verse, John 3:16?
Oh man, I should have known you were going to ask. I can misquote probably.
For those who. Oh, come on. You're like Miss Bible extraordinaire. Come on, Christine. Welcome to the Mom Squad Show, everyone. We're getting holy this morning with a little Keith Urban and a little John 3:16.
Okay. Yeah. We're getting holy with Keith Urban. And by the way, that's from the CMA Awards, was just this week. John Cougar Mellencamp did a duet with him. Did you watch that part? That was in the very beginning.
Two of my favorite artists. Seriously, two of my favorite artists. I mean, I've been, doing karaoke for John Cougar Mellencamp songs since I was 23. And then of course, Keith Urban. He's sexy. He's nice. He's a total role model. I love how he got sober and he's stayed strong. And I love him on American Idol. He's amazing.
Oh, I know. And so we're talking about his song. I don't even know the name of the song, but it's John Cougar, John Deere, John Cougar, John 3:16. Okay, I don't know it verbatim, but for God.
John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his
only son. Yes. What is the exact quote?
Christine, you're butchering the Bible. You're completely butchering the Bible.
I'm a
you
bad
ready?
Christian.
Let's get holy.
Yeah. Let's get holy.
For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life.
Amen.
Okay, so, amen. That's what my kids do. When we do the Irish blessing after dinner, or before dinner rather, they always go, amen.
Since we're on the Bible, here's was our dinner prayer, which I loved. God is great. God is good. Let us thank him for our food. Amen. Dig in.
You know what? Why did I not know? Hey, we got a lot to talk about on the Mom Squad show today, right?
Yes, we got to talk about Halloween because that just happened, and we always have to talk about our kids, and it was a big, monumental Halloween over here in the Eads household for several reasons. And for you, I'm dying to know what the twins went as. We're going to talk about the CMA Awards. You also have a story you want to talk about?
Yes, this kid that, he turns 13 and realized that he was kidnapped. He figures out his own missing kid story. It's remarkable. We're going to talk about that. And by the way, Christine, I was kind of letting you hang there for a little while. The reason why John Cougar sang that song with Keith Urban is because Keith Urban's latest single is called John Cougar, John Deere, John 3:16.
Dude, I said that. That's what I said.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
John Cougar was there because of his song, silly.
Oops, sorry. Well, that's the title of the song.
I didn't know the exact title of the song. That is the title of the song. Yeah. No, of course. So
that's the title of the song.
Cougar,
yeah.
Yeah. John Cougar Mellencamp and him did a duet to one of his songs, and then he sang the song, and he referred to, of course, Doy. Okay. What do you always say, Kira?
You're funny. Let's get this party started.
Kira was trying to give me some advice, but now she has a banana stuck to her arm because her kid won't stop throwing.
Mom Squad.
We are the moms of the Mom Squad. It is Christine. I'm so graceful about telling my poor 10-year-old that he's got things crawling in his head. That's not traumatic. And Kira.
I wake up in the morning, gnarly morning breath. My husband, daisies.
Mom Squad.
If you're a mom, if you're a parent, if you just like to know what working women are talking about on a daily basis.
Mom Squad.
Mom Squad.
Welcome to the Mom Squad show. I am Kira.
And I'm Christine.
So glad you are with us. You can check out our Facebook page, our website. You can get involved on Twitter in our conversation, Everything Moms. What are all our addresses, Christine? I can never keep track of everything.
Just go to momsquadshow.com. That's the easiest thing to do. And from there, you can go to Twitter. From there, you can go to Facebook. You can also find Kira's book. Beep, beep. Ding, ding. You can find, and we have a store on there. If you'd like for Christmas, send the hubby or the wifey poo to the store and get some Mom Squad paraphernalia, for Christmas this year. We got a whole lot going on the website. So you got to check it out. momsquadshow.com. But Kira's very active on Twitter and so are we. So just follow us everywhere because we always got something to say.
There you go. Thank you so much, Christine, because I don't Facebook and I don't Instagram, I don't Periscope, I don't, what is all that other stuff? I don't sext. I just, I'm really boring, but I can tweet.
And you do tweet
all right,
often
so
with our
a couple
listeners.
things we want to talk about. Yes, I do. I'm a good tweeter. Now coming up, we're going to be talking with Nicole Witt, who is one of we love having her on because she loves to talk about fertility and adoption, something that we're very passionate about. But she's got some fabulous ideas for families on what to do this fall that do not cost money. And we are challenging everybody, including our listeners, on a craft project. Making a wreath or a bouquet or a table centerpiece for Thanksgiving out of leaves.
No
judging.
We
will see.
No judging. We would not be judging anybody.
No
it's
judging.
Just try to
see how good you can do.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe we could figure out something down the road. Just get crafty. I'm going to attempt it. I do not have that skill in my life, but also every time Nicole comes on, we end up, it's just fun, and you never know what the conversation's going to bring. So I don't think it's just going to be all about ovaries and sperm. So just hang in there because we're always all over the place when it comes to her. So she's coming up because she's fabulous, and she just listens, and she's a great guest. But we also have other things to talk about.
Although we do like to talk about ovaries and sperm. I mean, we do. We like to have chit chats. Now, all right, let's start with Halloween and what our kids dressed up as. And Christine, I love how you texted me a picture of Aiden with his girlfriend.
Oh my gosh! So this is like his first real girlfriend, Kira. Like he's 13 now, so this is going to happen. But I don't know if you did this when you were a kid. I don't believe
I did. She's adorable, by the way.
She's
adorable.
And she's so sweet, and I love her mom. Her mom and I on Thursday night, so school on Friday morning, they wanted to have a couple costume. So God bless her too. She's as patient as I am. Thursday night, we're there for over 2 hours. It is packed at Party City, letting these kids try on the costumes, because now I can't even remember what they originally wanted to go as. They wanted to go as I think it was Thor, and I can't remember. And so we tried everything. We tried the Wizard of Oz, and he was going to be Scarecrow. Either the costumes were too big or too small. They finally settled on Spider-Man and Spider-Girl, and they were adorable. But, man, I don't know if you've had kids that do this couple costume thing. I never did that as a kid, but I guess maybe it's a thing, and I love that he wanted to do it. Man, he was dedicated to what she wanted, and man, I'm teaching him well. Make the girl happy.
Yes, you are. Yes, make the girl happy, and it's all good. However, you want to make the girl happy, but you don't want to be a wimp, and you don't want her to completely take control and run the roost. Woo, I've seen that happen far too often.
Let me tell you where I thought that might happen, Kira. So there was at one point during the ever revolving 2-hour door of costume changes. At one point we pulled out it was really cute, very attractive Dorothy outfit, and the only thing they had was Scarecrow, and I was like, oh my God, that thing was like burlap, itched and awful. I just sat back and I went, I'm going to let him say, but at some point he has to say, I cannot wear this for 2 days in a row. I dig you, but this ain't happening. And he did. And the two of them worked it out, and they finally ended up where they were. But it was, this was our first experience as with couple costumes, which is also new to me. But what were the twins? So last year we had Elsa and Spaceman, right?
Good memory.
Astronaut.
Yeah, astronaut and Elsa. Yes. And this year, Sage was a mermaid and Kellen was a SWAT officer.
Oh my gosh!
Can I tell you, he looked badass.
But was it hard because the guns?
Oh,
and
it
all
was
that
hard
stuff?
for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well,
but I
this
told
is
you
the
this was coming.
That was tough, but I know. But here's the best part: no guns even involved. He got into the whistle, the radio, the handcuffs, which made me a little nervous. Mom, let me handcuff you. I'm like, how the hell do you get these things off? He's like, put your hands behind your back. I'm like, nice try, son. Nice try. You know what he wanted to do? The next thing I know, he'd be throwing me in a closet. Yeah, I handcuffed my mom, threw her in a closet, and I'm doing whatever the hell I want. I'm eating all the Halloween candy. Yep. See you later, Mom. I'm getting Halloween candy. I'll be back in 6 hours.
Now
And there I was in the dark closet screaming for help because my son handcuffed me and threw me in the dark basement.
You're just waiting for Halloween. What was that guy? Jason whatever to come.
Yes.
tear the. Now, very important question. Was she Ariel, the mermaid? I don't know when.
Yes, she was Ariel.
Please tell her that is my favorite cartoon of all time. In fact, I watched it in college.
Can you sing?
When I was sad. Here we go. Oh, wait.
Okay, give me some.
Start?
Give me some Ariel.
Da-da-da-da. Look at these feet. Looking around, here you'll see something, everything. Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you'll see. They've got everything. They've got gadget gizmos aplenty. They've got who's its and what's its galore. Which I don't know. Da-da-da. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do they call them? Oh, feet. Flipping their fins. They don't get too far. How much more do you want me to go? I can't believe I still remember that.
Stand by. Can you hear this? Can you hear this?
Yeah, we go. Bleach. Girl who has everything. She's got everything. I wasn't too off. I mean, key-wise, terrible, but words. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. So, does she know the song?
Stand by. Let me find pause.
Oh my God, I need to see video.
She doesn't know the song.
I need video.
Okay, today she's going to learn this. She is going to learn this, and she's going to perform it for you. That is my next goal, and we will post it on our website.
We're going to Skype together. My girl and I are going to Skype together. I will get a costume. We will do this up.
So here's the best part of my boy deciding to be a SWAT officer. It was unbelievable because I was having a flashback to my 20s when I was so very much in love with a SWAT officer.
Really?
And we had a wonderful, wonderful courtship. He was the most amazing individual. I just respected him and loved him so much.
Courtship?
So, okay, yes.
I love you.
In my 20s, it was all about courting, okay? I was old-fashioned, Christine.
You must have liked him if you're calling that courting. I love it.
Yes. I had a tremendous amount of respect for him. Thank you very much.
Okay. What happened?
So anyway, it has a sad ending. Let's not. No.
Let's not
wonderful,
be sad.
wonderful. Yeah, no, we don't want to be sad. Let's get back to from the Little Mermaid to Ariel. No, but seriously, it was so cute seeing my son in this black jumpsuit with SWAT, and he's all tough and
I love it.
Badass. It Yeah, it was wonderful. Anyway, so we had great Halloweens. So listen to this. I've got to talk about this story that's been all over the news. This teen who discovers that he was kidnapped as a child when he was applying for college 13 years later. Have you heard of this story?
Briefly. So I need to know deets. I need to know now I sound like a 13-year-old. Details. How did it come up? Was it like a repressed memory? I want to know everything.
Okay, it's wild. So his name is Julian Hernandez, okay? He was 5 years old when he disappeared. His mother had reported him missing back in 2002 from Alabama, okay, where his suspected father, Bobby Hernandez, took him as part of a non-custodial parental abduction. And this is all according to the police department, okay? So investigators tried, I guess, like crazy to find little Julian, okay? Tireless hours, doing everything they could to try and find him. Then 13 years later, they get this update that he's found safe and unharmed in Ohio. Here's the deal. Julian, who's now 18, okay, he was 5 years old when he was kidnapped, was trying to apply for college when he found that his social security number didn't match his name. So he's like, oh yeah, is that wild? So he's like, this is weird. So he goes to here's what's brilliant about this kid, who, by the way, honor student, straight A student, really smart kid. He goes to his school counselor and says, something's not right. My social security number is not matching my name. And, well, the school counselor and the teen decide to go to the National Center for Missing Exploited Children database, which you and I know is unbelievable. It's an incredible database. And he realized, oh my gosh, that's me. That picture of that 5-year-old, that's me. And so, so basically he finds out that his dad had kidnapped him. He'd been living, with his father. But here's what I want to know. I want to know, what did Dad tell him about, his mom?
So he's in Ohio. Is he single dad?
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's what's interesting.
So more,
and maybe there's an answer to this, but this kid obviously is intelligent enough he must have deep down inside, had some kind of, to just go to just to be intelligent enough to go to the counselor, but then to go to the National Missing and Exploited Children's website. I'm wondering if deep down inside he thought always something wasn't right with whatever story he was being fed or his childhood. Because 5 years old, you can maybe still probably remember things.
Right. Oh, you can. You can remember things at the age of 5. And, he's 18 now, and so he's got to decide where he lives and with whom he lives. He's got to make that decision. I mean, can you imagine what he's going through? He's probably angry at his dad, yet he's probably close with his dad. Now he's finding out his mom is alive. He's got a whole,
and that poor mother,
set
all
of
these
parents,
years.
Yes,
because
to wonder
if it was
where her son is.
Yeah, if it was a mix-up with your social security number, normal people would go, let's call the IRS and see why there's a mix-up with my thing, not immediately go that angle. So, wow, that's incredible. That poor mother, she must be so relieved.
Well, speaking of really smart kids, have you heard about this 21-year-old stock trader who grows his itty-bitty little amount of money into a multi-million-dollar fortune?
No, but please tell me.
Okay, you're going to love this. Jason Peltz, he's from Milwaukee. 21-year-old college senior. He decides to invest his $1,500 savings account into the stock market. All right, he has had no background in this. It's not even what he wants to do as a future. He invests his $1,500. It's now worth multi-million dollars.
Okay, what did he pick? How did he know? Was it just a guess? What did he choose?
Yeah. So apparently, Christine, he did it through some type of pattern. Okay, I guess there's a lot of financial patterns out there that you can follow and you can look at.
Patterns,
yes, exactly. All right, to invest. So apparently, his first big trade made $8,000 in 10 minutes. He picked this small company that sold health supplements.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, that's what he did. He started using this method, and he used this method and made $215,000 from Fannie Mae in a single day.
Oh,
so when asked about the secret, so he was asked about his secret to success. So this kid, 21-year-old Jason Peltz, this brand new millionaire, he revealed with certain stocks that the patterns were very predictable. The key is to buy them ahead of the crowd. I mean, it's crazy. Now, this is also very controversial.
Yeah, I mean, so they think it's some kind of insider trading.
It's controversial. No, not at all. Apparently, there's people that believe in these mathematical patterns, and there's folks that don't. And I'll tell you what, it clearly worked for this kid.
I'm a believer. I don't even know enough of it. I believe.
I'm a believer. I tried. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm dancing. My mic just fell. Joining us now, we have one of our regular squad members coming back. It is Nicole Witt. You can find all her information on our website, momsquadshow.com. She joins us from Beyond Infertility and Adoption Consultancy. I do this every single time, Nicole, and you're so patient with me, to talk about her latest article on the website She Knows. Welcome back to the Mom Squad, Nicole.
Thank you. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm so glad you're writing about this. And the title of the article, if you go to sheknows.com, that Nicole wrote, saving money for infertility treatments doesn't mean you need to stay at home this fall. The one thing that I have been criticized for by promoting fertility treatments, the one criticism is, oh, you can afford it. I can't afford it. Not everybody can afford it. And that's true. Not everybody can afford it. And not everybody's insurance covers it. However, that's what I love about your article, Nicole, is that you still offer creative ways to enjoy things we want to do while still being able to save money for infertility treatments if our insurance doesn't cover it and we don't have the cash in the bank.
Right, exactly, because the whole process is difficult enough and depressing enough, and then when you feel like you're missing out on things that you want to be doing or could otherwise be doing, it becomes this terrible cycle, that can really sort of put you in a bad place emotionally. So I always found as much as you can get out and just be doing something, it really helps your whole mindset.
There are a lot of things, and you give great tips in the article, but if you really want to find, like, as an individual or as a couple or as even a family, free things in your area, that's what's great about the internet. I mean, you can find just like for fall, the pumpkin patches and apple picking and all this stuff is free, and it's outdoor activities that you can do together. There are ways to be able to figure things out, because not just fertility treatments, but people are struggling in general. So you got to be creative about finding things to do as a couple or as a family. Oh, I know.
I love the apple orchard. Yeah. I did it with the kid, or actually Grandma and Grandpa did it with the kids last year. And not only, the pictures were amazing. They're getting up on the ladder. They're reaching up from, grabbing. They're singing Johnny Appleseed. And then the greatest thing afterwards, that they had an old time squeezer there so they could make fresh apple juice from the apples that they picked.
Yummy.
Yeah.
Or geocaching, awesome. Kara. Geocaching.
That's right. Nicole, do you know about this geocaching?
I know of it. I've never done it.
You'll have to listen to our last podcast. It is so fun. You and your family will love it. It's an app, and it's free, and it's basically a big treasure hunt. So there you go. That's another thing you can do. But let's get back to you and your article. Which is
I was going to say, I think it's an important time of year, too, because you're kind of heading into Thanksgiving and Christmas, which is a hard time for people going through infertility. It's a hard time for a lot of other people, too. So you sort of want to go in strong and happy and feeling great, to kind of head into that time of year feeling frustrated is just not where you want to be. So I feel like this is a really critical time of year for people in this process.
Talk about your article. You give a bunch of tips. Of course, the apple orchard idea is fabulous, but this is also a big time for fall festivals. We've got art festivals left and right here in Atlanta.
Yeah, I love neighborhood festivals, and they're so great. You can spend a whole day just walking around, and there's so many different things to see and do. And you certainly can spend money on those, but you don't have to. I mean, usually places are giving out different samples, so you can even, get a snack and all that without spending a dime. And it's a fun and different afternoon. And, it's one of those kinds of things that a lot of people don't think about. You're sort of used to seeing the signs or seeing the ad for it, and it doesn't really process. But when you stop and make an effort, and maybe you have to drive half an hour, 45 minutes, these are some of the most sort of idyllic fall events, and they're always so much fun. Again, whether you're with the family, with kids, or not, it's a great time.
I think another thing that's important to remember is if you are going through fertility treatments and you're trying to save money, I don't know about you guys, but when something, when I'm depressed or sad, the last thing I should be doing is locking myself in the house. It will only lead to feeling more sorry for yourself. Like my friends say all the time, one time I lost my cat. I literally didn't leave my couch for 3 days, not to shower. It was a big fat mess. I know I'm the crazy cat lady, but a loss is a loss. And like my friends would come over, open up my windows and get me outside. It's like, it's only going to further your depression. I use the cat thing so Kira can laugh at me, but it does. If you're struggling, don't stay inside. Go on a walk at least. Just go outside. Exactly. Get some fresh air.
Okay.
It is going to be.
Go
ahead, Kira. Go ahead.
No, here. I promise I'm gonna bring it back to Nicole's article. But 2 thoughts. Yes, you are my crazy cat lady. But number 2, I just want you to know there's 2 missing cats in the neighborhood, Pipperoo and Mister. Oh. And their signs are up on every street corner. And
did you kill them?
Every morning when I'm driving the.
Did you run them over?
Shh, be quiet. These are my neighbors. Shush. I don't want them to know.
That's where they
but
should
every
look.
morning driving
your trash. That's where you'll find your cat.
Look at my tire tracks. Look at my tire tracks. Okay, no, I'm being serious now.
Ma'am,
I'm being serious.
Bloodstains. We found bloodstains underneath your bumper. You want to tell us what that's all about?
So every morning I'm going to be focused here because Christine's going to get me in trouble. My neighbors are going to think I'm a cat killer.
We're kidding.
Every morning the kids pass the sign. They go, Mom, have they found Pipperoo and Mister yet? Have they found Pipperoo and Mister? I have to admit the names are pretty darn adorable. I may not like cats, but those names are pretty fabulous.
Just listen, Kira, if you had, wait a second, let me defend, and I swear to God, poor Nicole. I had Booger, also a cute name, for 19 years. Was a part of my life. He had sinus problems. For 19 years, when you lose a member of your family for 19 years, that is such a loss. Okay? That's all. I'm done.
I understand.
Bring it back around.
Okay.
Bring it back around to our guests.
And now,
it's not about us.
Well, you know what you could do? You could go see a psychic like my friend did when her cat died, and apparently her cat talked to her. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked.
I did that. Don't worry.
So, Nicole, you mentioned that one of the things to do is find your state park, and take advantage of that. And what's amazing, this is what I love about your article. Just this past week, I had completely forgotten about this state park that was around the corner in our neighborhood. And when I was pregnant, I used to go over there to sit by the water, the Chattahoochee, watch the water, relax, meditate, walk through the trails. And, when you're trying to have a baby, there you go, you want to meditate. When you're trying to have a baby, relaxation and walking and having a peaceful mind and heart is extremely important. So it's a twofer.
Exactly. And same thing, you said you forgot about the park. People drive past them all the time and it doesn't really register. But also in the article, there's a list of various websites with craft ideas that you can do with leaves. So you can go through the park and you can find beautiful leaves and bring them home and do these. I am not particularly crafty. I struggle in this area, but I understand that a lot of people are. And you can make these beautiful things and then bring the fall into your home with that. So there are a bunch of links on there for those ideas as well.
No, because I wrote a couple of them down.
Yeah.
And I put them on a little postie so I wouldn't forget. Crafty Journal is so cool. I never even knew about that website. And then your idea of creating a bouquet, visit Dear Pearl Flowers. And you say exactly where to go. But tell me, visit Dear Pearl Flowers. That's the only one I didn't click onto that one. What does that website do?
Yeah, so it shows this, how you can fold leaves and into a rose, and then you can make a bouquet. Again, I looked at that and I was like, wow, I think you'd have to be pretty talented to do that. But it's really cool, and it shows you how you can fold them up, and then you can make, it's like a handful of leaves would make one rose, and then you can make a whole bouquet and spread those roses kind of on a platter that you make of other leaves. And it's just this beautiful fall centerpiece for your home. If you have that ability.
Again, right.
You
if
know
you have
what?
that ability.
I'm making a note right now. I'm attempting to do that. I am going to attempt to do that this weekend.
I'm going to be doing the fall
right.
wreath. I've always wanted to make a fall wreath. So as I have a huge tree outside that is the bane of my existence, although I love it. But I swear every season we've got something going on, whether it's whirlybirds or, the leaves come down or these, who knows, it's something all the time. But I'm collecting the leaves because I am committed to making a fall wreath this year. I've always wanted to do it. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for these great ideas.
We're all going to do it, and we're going to take pictures.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the ones where you paint them gold and hang them from strings and make a mobile. That's that one called to me.
Okay, so here's the challenge, ladies. All three of us, whether we're crafty or not, although I'm very good at coloring, and that I stay in the lines, and that is very therapeutic.
Wow.
But we're all going to make
I'm
something.
impressed.
So, Kira, you're making the bouquet. Is that what you said?
Well, let me take a look at these websites, and let me see what I think I could possibly do.
Let's challenge our listeners too, and post photos no matter how awful they are. Even if they stink.
Right,
even if it's a disaster, okay? Let's just.
Which it likely will be.
Which it likely will be. I'll have glue all
right,
over.
I'll give it a shot.
Leaves on my forehead, but it'll be, let's post it anyway.
Yours is going to be all fancy.
Of course it will.
Roses out of leaves, and ours are going to be a mess.
Oh, no, trust me. You're not. Look, I had a hard enough doing a dinosaur hat for my kids when they had a presentation on dinosaurs, okay? I went onto Pinterest. That thing took my mom and me like 6 hours.
How great is Pinterest, by the way? I love
you know what?
that place.
I'm actually going to go get it and put it on. I'll be right back.
Oh my God. Well, Nicole, we love having you on. Thank you so much, as always, for all. You need to follow Nicole Witt on She Knows. We'll post it. We tweeted out your last article, which was great, about how we need to be sensitive for people going through having infertility issues during Halloween. That's a tough time, just like a lot of holidays are. Mother's Day is also a difficult time, Father's Day. But we just need to stay aware. Oh, my gosh, it's hard to be serious with Kira. I've got to take a picture.
Can you see my dinosaur hat?
Attaching I'm taking a photo right now.
I have to say that's awesome, but 6 hours?
6 hours?
Okay, don't you judge. Don't you judge.
I'm feeling a little better.
Look how long the tail is. Look how long the tail is. That took 3 hours.
Honey, you got to turn towards your camera.
Okay, but
you can't see your tail.
You can't really. Oh, you can't see my tail?
I want to take a picture.
Okay, hold on.
No, stand up, but just go straight up. Go straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up?
Straight up. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Now turn a little. Let's see the hiney. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, now let's get a front. I'm taking photos, by the way, for our listeners.
No, look at my hair. I can't. No. Look at my hair. This is terrible.
What's wrong with your hair? Your hair looks gorgeous. Anyway, I was just saying our listeners need to follow Nicole on She Knows. She's always posting fabulous articles. You can find everything out on our website, momsquadshow.com, under regular squad members, as well as on our Facebook and Twitter, and we will tweet out her latest articles as well. Thank you so much, Nicole, for coming back on. We love having you.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, I know we got to wrap this up, so quickly, we'll post all these stories that we're talking about on Facebook, on Twitter, but you got to go through momsquadshow.com. So please check us out, momsquadshow.com. Everything you could possibly want regarding the show is there. But also, we started with the CMA Awards. Keith Urban, who we both love. John Cougar, John Deere, John 316. But another big story that came out of the CMA Awards, of course, was, Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert. This is their first CMA Awards that were together. And right before the CMA Awards, Kira, his publicist confirmed, which I think is a crappy move, that he, in fact, is in a relationship with Gwen Stefani. Did you know that?
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. What rock have I been hiding under?
I don't know. Where have you been?
So they started their, oh my gosh, they started their affair on The Voice?
Looks like it. Yep, that's what the rumor is. So anyway, so Miranda hears this, of course, right. I just think it's so, and I know everything is about publicity, but Blake, have a heart, and maybe I don't know all the details, but you have to seriously announce it. Gwen Stefani did not go to the CMA Awards with him, but she did accompany him to Nashville. So she was there and they were on, the talk show circuit together the next day, but Miranda knew about it. And so she came flying out the red carpet with this gorgeous dress, looking great, in a Versace gown. And somebody said, "Is this your revenge dress?" And she said, absolutely. And so when, the next day after and of course she won at the CMA Awards, this is a quote on Us Weekly. It says, "I could spend ages reading the news. I could spend days singing the blues." This is what Miranda Lambert, the singer, wrote for the lyrics of her song. "I turn up the TV without giving it a fight, better than pretending to know what's right." And so she is trying to move on. She's having, of course, people that are saying they're eyewitnesses said she was having a hard time backstage. I don't believe any of that crap, and that she was hugging Carrie very closely. I'm sure this is not easy for her to have to deal with, but I just think that it is really crappy that he announces it right before the CMAs. But she took to Twitter and said, "I'm still floating on cloud 9 from last night. Thank you so much at CMA for celebrating country music and letting me be a part of it." And she said, "Today I'm spending time reflecting on my amazing life in Nashville." And it's a picture of her with her horse. And she said, "And my friends, I'm so grateful." So, you know what? Sorry for my language, but screw you, Blake Shelton. That's just low class. I'm sorry. Low class.
So when did Gwen Stefani get divorced?
Oh, they've been divorced, I think, a while. That's been a couple years, I believe.
Okay, so
I can look it up though.
So she's been single for a while. Oh, this is so heartbreaking. Well, here's the deal. No one knows the behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Nobody knows what was going on, in behind closed doors. But I'm looking at the pictures now of Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton holding hands and holding drinks as they're walking through Nashville. I'm seeing the pictures now. Apparently, E.T. had the exclusive.
Yeah, she got divorced from Gavin Rosdell in 2012. So she's been divorced for a couple years. This is relatively fresh for Blake Shelton. So, I don't know. You're right. I don't know all the details. And I guess I kind of always tend to side with the female, but I think that this one was just crappy. Right before the CMA Awards, she's going to be there. I don't know.
Not a cool move. Not a cool move.
No.
Yeah, don't steal her joy. Don't steal her joy. I saw her perform. She looked a little distracted during her performance, but she sure looked good.
Man, she looks great, but it's gotta stink. No matter what. That, I don't know. The whole thing. So we're going to go out with some Miranda Lambert. Let's give her,
There we go.
Let's give the girl some love.
Power to the woman.
Yeah, because you know
there
what?
We go.
Blake
we love
Shelton,
you,
Miranda. You could have waited. You just could have waited. That's all I'm saying, is you just could have waited.
Don't forget, you can find us on iHeartRadio, iTunes. Gosh, Christine, where else are we?
Tune in. We're everywhere. Tune in radio.
Tune in. That's right.
We are
so
everywhere.
Download us. Respond to us. Email us. Tweet us.
Please.
And a little shout out now to Miranda Lambert. Stay strong, sister. We're making you a part of the Mom Squad show.
Oh, my God.
We're still fighting like I'm 16, and I guess we always will be. She taught me how to pray and drink and how to clean. So